At home with Power BI, I'm Zohaib Raymond from Sigma BI. Today I'm going to show you how to split a column by using the delimiter function. I'm going to show you how to split a column by using spaces, dashes and different other variations. Now this could be important to your data modeling. Are you ready? Let's go take a look. Let's go. So I'm going to show you how to split a column by using the delimiter function. What I've got here is some data, and I'm in the Power Query whilst I'm doing this. And this is where you usually cleanse your data, clean it up, combine any information that you've got from different sources, and then to put it into Power BI Desktop. So one of the reasons why you could use the delimiter function could be many. For example, what we're going to use in this one is the product ID. So the product ID, you can see, is that they've got a number of letters at the beginning, and then it's a dash, and then a couple of the letters, a dash again, and then a number. Now we don't know what this means for this company, but what we want to do is split the numbers away from the letters, so we have one column with the letters and one column with the numbers. And for us to do that is, all we need to do is highlight the product ID, go to the top, go to split column and split by delimiter. So when we split by delimiter, it gives us a couple of options. Now the first few boxes, it tells us enter which delimiter we want to use. So if I just click on that, it gives us a couple of options. Space, tab, comma, that kind of thing. But because we're doing it by dash, we're going to say a custom. So as you can see already, it's identified that one of the delimiters that you can use is a dash. So we're going to say, right, okay, yeah, I want to use that as my delimiter to split the columns. Now below it, it's split at, so it's split leftmost delimiter, rightmost delimiter, or each occurrence of the delimiter. Now, as you can see, just underneath the box, there is a couple of delimiters there, a couple of dashes. So we just want to separate the letters from the numbers. So I know don't want it at the first occurrence where the dash appears, but I want it on the second one. So what I want to do there is select the rightmost delimiter and press OK. Brilliant. So what that's done now is it's given me another column. So we've got product ID 1 and product ID 2. And that's the column with all the numbers in. If you looked on the right hand side as well, as you can see, I split the column, which give it an applied step. And then the second one, it's changed the type. What it's basically recognized is that there's no letters within the column, and it's changed the type to numbers. Now if I just take that, just to show you, if I take that, click X and take out that applied step, if I go to the product ID number 2, can you see with ABC, that's basically telling me that it's shown as a text. Now Power BI detected that there's only numbers in there, so it changed it to number. So we'll just go back and do that. Okay, so that's how you split by a delimiter. Now also what I want to show you is another split by delimiter, another sort of example. So we'll just go over to the customer name. Okay, so we click that customer name and we're going to say, right, okay, I want to split by a space bar. So a space, I'm going to split the columns. And the reason why we want to do that is because I want the first name and the surname in separate columns. As I'm looking down, there's going to be some will have middle names as well. So how am I going to do that? And the reason why I'm showing you this is one of the common problems that you may occur when splitting columns. So if I just select on customer name and I go to split column at the top, home ribbon, and I go by delimiter. So again, it has detected by delimiter, and what I'm going to say is at each occurrence. Okay. So if I press OK, it's split it up. So what I'm going to do here, what I want to do is rename first name, surname, but then I've also got a third column as well. The third column now is basically telling me that anybody with a name in this third column has a first name, a middle name, and a surname. So if I change this to the surname, it won't be the surname for some of the customers that I have, and that's going to create a problem. Whether you're going to need the information to send letters out and that kind of thing, it's going to use the first name and the surname. It's not going to recognize the middle name as a surname. So I need to correct this, and this is where your modeling sort of technique needs to come into place and sort of this and trying to find a solution to that. So what we're going to do is just go back, and we're going to just X out of this, X those applied steps, and we're going to go back into it. All right, so how you overcome this problem is pretty simple. Because there's a number of options in there, Power BI is quite flexible, and we're able to be quite creative and get this into the right format. So what we want to do is use the same by delimiter by space, and then it's split out. So what we're going to do is, remember on the previous one we used the rightmost delimiter. We're going to use it again, and this is where it comes in use for us. So if we select that and we press OK, what's that going to do is give us two columns. So we've got the customer name 1 and customer name 2 here, and then we now know that the names in customer name 2 are the surnames, because we can see here there's a customer here where his first name and his middle name are still in customer name 1, and then the surname is in the final column, and that's everybody's surname. So I'm happy with this, and I can say, right, okay, this is their surname, and change that. So now I'm going to go back into customer name 1. I'm going to say, right, okay, I do want to split this up, and I want to put the middle name into a separate column and the first name into a separate column. So we can say, right, okay, what we're going to do is click on it again, split delimiter, and then what I could do is we could say anyone's, so we can say each occurrence at the right of the split, because we know there's only one space in between the names, the middle name. So we're going to press OK, and that's how it's done. So we've got now the first name here, and we've got the middle name here, which we can now go in and rename. So I just wanted to show you that that's how we can overcome any issues that we have with splitting the columns. So just so we've got here, so I just want to quickly show you again. So if we did that again, and we said, right, okay, go back to the customer name. So I'm going to say, right, okay, let's split at every occurrence. So if we go split delimiter, we say space, and we say at each occurrence, it's going to do the same thing again. So it's going to be the first name, then it's going to be the surname, but because this person's got a middle name, it's not his surname, that kind of thing. So that's how we can split the columns correctly, get them in the right format, and rename them the correct columns. Now, for different businesses, they'll have different needs. They may want it all in one, they may want it in separate. It's all about what your management team want, and it's also as well about if they're looking to save space as well in terms of the model, because the more you split these columns, the more rows you're gonna, the more rows you're gonna have. Well, technically, there's more columns you're gonna have, but there's another set of a column with another row with another set of rows on it. So it kind of then fills up with memory size, and that then could affect your performance potentially, because we're only doing a few thousand here, but you could be doing millions depending on the size of the organization. So you need to be aware of that before making any changes like this. And that's it. If you've got any questions, any comments you want to make, please put them in the comment sections below. If you want to contact me to discuss any issues that you do have within your companies, or if you're having a personal project, please just get in contact with me on the About section. Thanks for watching, guys. At Home with Power BI with me, Zahir Brayman. Learn with us by subscribing to our channel to get updated on our latest videos.